Welcome everybody, Josh here, back again today with a brand new and special product review. Today we're talking about this, which is Fortnitemares 2024, and this is going to be my overall thoughts and opinions because this season is about to end in a couple of days from recording it, and my overall viewpoints on the season as a whole. And so, personally speaking, I really do like the Fortnitemares events. I have been a huge fan of Fortnite for the past 2 years now, and at first when I started playing in, I think it was like 2022, I thought it was kind of weird that Fortnite did the whole Halloween stuff for their events, but now that I've been playing this game for quite some time, it seems like this is one of their big events that they really do a lot of work to make feel a little bit like Halloween, and this year was no exception to that rule. And I really do like the fact they had not only the characters from Saw featured in this game, but also so many more characters were introduced, including Leatherface, which I am not going to be picking up the Leatherface skin. I just don't really find that skin to be that appealing in terms of the design and the quality of it, but that's going to be for the later part of the video. So what is Fortnitemares 2024 for anybody that has not played the game, who wants to get into Fortnite, who really wants to play Fortnite before this season ends, which will be in a couple weeks from now. So Fortnitemares is something that happens every single year. It's their Halloween themed event. It introduces horror monsters and characters from different universes and mashes them all into one. There's characters from previous seasons that do appear as well. They have in the item shop, and it's just overall a lot of fun. I think that personally, for me speaking, I really do like picking up some of the characters that I didn't get the first time around. I actually did get this season not only the Billy skin from Saw, which was just introduced, but I also got the Pumpkin King skin, which is their Halloween version of A Nightmare Before Christmas, and I think that that skin is pretty badass. There is also the Disney villain skins, which I actually do have as well as Spider-Woman was actually introduced later on. And they did bring in the Venom skins, which is She-Venom, and also the regular Venom and Eddie Brock. I actually wasn't able to get those skins because it feels like towards the end of this season of Fortnitemares, they were just pulling out all the stops, and every single character they could kind of hope to have, including Michael Myers and Ghost Rider, are now featured in the shop, which is pretty insane. And I actually did get Michael Myers and Ghost Rider the first couple of years that I actually played, so I really didn't need to buy the skins for those, but I really wish I could have gotten the Venom skin as well as Eddie Brock. I just didn't have the money for that, and I currently have 1,700 V-Bucks, and those skins are 2,000 V-Bucks a piece, so about $20. I'm not going to be forking over money for that just to have those skins before the next season starts. So maybe next year, if they actually reintroduce those characters, I'll pick them up. But there are also POI changes in the map. So POI changes happen pretty much within every single season. With the Marvel season, they added in the Avengers chest, as well as changed up the map a little bit to make it look a little bit more like the Avengers, with the cages around the map where they had the Tony Stark armory in it. And so this year for Fortnitemares, they did the same thing, where Grimgate or the Underworld had a POI change. The river Styx ran red with blood, or at least a representation of that, because they really can't get too gory with this because this is a T-rated game. And so that was really cool to see. They also had Mephisto in there, where the Cerberus boss fight actually was. I actually didn't get to fight Mephisto because they took him out pretty quickly, and I don't think he's actually there anymore. I could be wrong about that, but Mephisto is one of those Marvel villains that has been around for a while now. There is some controversy of him actually being in Fortnite, which I may or may not get to in another video, which is pretty cool to see. I think that his character is forgotten about in terms of the Marvel lore, so having him in Fortnite was actually pretty cool. There's also a dry river lake bed, which is pretty cool to see, along with a dry river itself, which you could go to and fly around in with Tony Stark's light kit. And I think that just overall in general, this whole season was badass. Even Reckless Railways, which I was a huge fan of because it had that train station in the middle and the train kind of ran through that, was changed up a little bit, and it was turned into a farmland, and you could actually run around farmland. There's a corn maze, and you could get lost in it and have people come out after you and kill you if you were unlucky enough to be in there when those enemy players were in the arena with you. Everything about this game is amazing. I think that with the character skins that did appear again, it's almost too much at the end, and I think that hopefully next year Fortnite can scale it back a little bit so you can actually have enough time to grab all those skins, which skins for me aren't everything in this game, but it's definitely nice to have in case you're a fan of a favorite movie or video game character that does seem to drop with these different seasons. And I think that Fortnite itself is really trying to go out and put all the stops into making this the event of the year. And I think that Fortnitemares, while some people have issues with some of the characters that are in the shop, some of the characters that were changed a little bit, like Leatherface, because they couldn't really go full in the horror aspect of it like they were able to in the movies. I think that the skin itself is a little bit hideous. I'm probably not going to be buying it just because I don't think it's going to be that rare or unique in the future, but some people might actually treasure that skin. Another man's trash is another man's treasure, but nevertheless, I think that Fortnite actually did some stuff that was really good. And so with the character skins I did grab, I'm really happy with. There are 2 character skins I wish were added in this year that maybe will appear next year, which was Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. I'm a huge fan of those franchises, and I've been a huge fan of those franchises for years. So to not have those in this game is a little bit disappointing, because you could have Freddy vs. Jason rematches, which would be kind of cool. But I think that maybe if they add it in next year, it'll be even bigger and badder than this season. Now, there are some issues that that I do have with the map changes. I do think that some of them, like Reckless Railways, which was changed into farmland that looks a little bit similar to the OG map in OG Chapter 1, was a little disappointing. I think that it looks a little bit too similar to that map, and therefore it ruined the fun I had with the railway or train station location on the POI of the map that I was accustomed to originally. But I think having Mount Olympus also changed, where they had Pumpkin King head on top of Zeus, was pretty cool as well, which I failed to mention. There's a lot of really cool things to explore and do in Fortnitemares 2024. So I think with the fact that there's only a couple more weeks till this ends, then we get Chapter 2 in November 2nd when that season starts. I may or may not do another video on Fortnitemares, but I think that Fortnite did a really good job. They actually made this feel like Halloween. They actually made this a celebration worth having, especially in the game itself. So I'm really happy as a consumer, as a fan who's been playing this game for 2 years now, who's been spending a lot of time playing Fortnite and getting better at the game and trying to master mechanics and the gameplay mechanics as a whole. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of Fortnitemares 2024. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you like some of the other seasons a little bit more? Did you hate this season? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.